Hi, this is video number 2 for game therapy. And for those who didn't saw the first video, to make a long story short, I'm exploring the idea that playing is a therapy.
Demons are on my trail. Standing at the crossroads.
That it can do good for all ages.
Left, I look to the right. Hands that grab me on every side.
Today I'm gonna deploy about taller games, games that require much participants. But again, playing can be also something you do alone. For example, when you play an instrument or you like to paint. Anyway, those are also ways to explore your creativity and so relieve yourself and calming your stress and or anxiety. So today I'm going to talk about big games that are a ritual in Scouts. So this is treasure hunt number 1. This one requires a little bit of equipment and a story to begin with. All those treasure hunts are treasure hunts that I composed, and I guess if you already are a chief counselor, you can use those ideas if you want. There's no copyright. So this first one, you need some deck like this, a few one to have more you have people. For example, you need team of six or 5 players, and so you divide it. So if you have 3, it's for 15 or 16 players. So you need a map. So this treasure hunt is one that are kind of helping everyone to know more about nature. So there's a undergoal to this game. The undergoal is that you have to discover Latin names of trees in order to win the hunt. So the story is very important because it's putting players into the idea of the hunt. So in this one, every time a participant or a group of participants find the Latin name of a tree, he can go and sell it to elves. Elves that had lost a book with a magic formula, and they need to have the Latin names of trees. So every group of participants are going, and they have this kind of paper where they can find a tree in the park where is the hunt going on, and then they mark it on the line what is the Latin name. In this park where we were playing, they were having the Latin names written on every tree. So that's why it was a kind of, it depends where you are. You cannot do this everywhere, but you can modify the story. So elves want that tree is named in Latin, and so they're gonna pay for having names. And once you have the money for the Latin name you give to the elves, you can go to see a magician that are kind of a dealer, you know. They like money, those magicians. So if you give them money, then they're gonna tell you an information about the treasure. But because they like money, more you pay and more you have a better information. Because if you don't play good, you're gonna have the kind of information the treasure is somewhere on Earth. For example, in this treasure hunt, the treasure were under a bridge. So if you were paying more money, then you had information that was close to I am underneath woods or something. So and the treasure don't have to be something, a real treasure. The treasure can be just a box full of you can put candies if you want. You can put just jewelry that you don't use or are cheap, and that's what you can put inside this treasure. So that's it for the first treasure hunt. For the second treasure hunt, it's more for kind of more impressive and with more. This treasure hunt I composed it in a camp, so it's where you have more time and to do a long treasure hunt. So in this one, the story was we were in the magical forest. So in this one is that the story is that there is a goblin that have a hunting the mountain, and so for calm this group of goblins are really like getting angry and stuff, and it's again about nature a little bit. So people had what material it takes something like a bag, and then every participant has kind of like this paper where you have, I'm gonna show you, inside there is the explanation, and then you have like this trees that you can find in nature, and you go and all the group go and have to go very far to make a fire and to give and bring those you take just a little piece. You have to explain, no one take a branch or something, just a leaf is okay, and to put in the bag that would calm the goblin. So you everywhere on the road, so you know what you have to know already, what is the plants you're gonna see and walk through. Trees, where is it? And so you go and you go in the wood, and people are free and they have to find, and so in the same time they learn about names of flowers and trees they are looking for. That's it for the second, but it still seems a lot like the other one. This third one was more like about codes, because there's a lot of codes in the Scouts of organization, because it is coming from Baden-Powell, that was a captain in the army, the English army. So this is how he started. I'm not going to tell the story, but that's why we have a lot of principles that are coming from the army. For example, to have always clean uniform, and we use also codes. So, and this is in the learning that you have to go through in the process when you are inside your organization. So this one is a wolf. Inside you can see there is different type of code. This is a Morse code, so this is like big one and 3 little one. This one is 1 little one and 3 big one. So or you have also written in this type, that would be 3 little and 1 big. And so what was this game was that participants had to make a fight, and in order to make a fight they use a little tissue that is going out from the back of your pants, that when you arrive in front of an adversary you can take this scarf that is in his back. It's a little bit hard for me to traduce right now, I'm sorry. But when you win, you have this, you had the right to go and it changed the scarf for a pencil. And then when you had the pencil, you had to find, because this is the first letter of, for example, if it's red, it's gonna be, you have to find where it is. That if you have the red stick, you have to draw, because the first letter, that would be R, like this is in Morse, and you can go, and this is where you have to paint with your in the right spot on the wolf. I'm gonna show it to you again. So there is 3 teams, and this is the first team that would finish their wolf, that would be winning this kind of game. So thank you for watching. That was Hi Polar Girl about game therapy. Those big games are a ritual in Scout organization, so if you like the idea, I suggest that you volunteer to become a part of this international organization that is there for kids of all ages.